Mr. Wallroud, as a member of parliament, you recently received a bill proposal on the topic of same-sex marriage. You indicated that you will present it to parliament.
Yes.
Do you think you have the support of your party and the coalition to get this through?
Well, my party, let's start with my party. We still have to deliberate about this topic and come to a point of view when it comes to my party, PAR. We have to do that exercise. Let's say I informed my party that I was going to co-sign this bill and to put it in so it can start its process on advice, and maybe in 1 year's time this bill will be ready to be voted on in Parliament. So let's say I took a shortcut, maybe you can tell it like that, in advance on my own, and to make sure that this bill, after discussing and debating on this island for many years, maybe 2-3 decades, if couples of the same sex can have the right to marry by law, to end that discussion and to take a stand in Parliament. And that's what this bill is going to do. After 30 years of discussion, it's time now for Parliament and also for Curacao to take a stand whether they want to give this group, this minority group, equal rights according to our constitution or not.
But do you think this, after you've done all those efforts, do you think we have to take this as a referendum, ask the people, or do you think it's something that should be a topic during the next campaign for the next election?
Maybe it's a topic for campaign, maybe not, but it's not a topic for a referendum. Why not? Because we're talking about equal rights in the name of the law. And when it comes to that, it's already been proven in other countries that are part of the European rights for human rights, that there is no way, let's say, to evade this, in no way. And a referendum will not evade it either. Point is that one way or the other, maybe the same-sex marriage is not is something that a parliament can say no about. But the moment that the parliament says no to same-sex marriage, then still parliament or government has to present let's say, an alternative to the marriage, okay, to the same-sex marriage, an alternative. In Dutch we say een partnership, registratie, geregistreerd partnership. So it has to present a alternative, and the alternative is, in Dutch we say, geregistreerd partnership.
It's like registered partnership.
Yeah, and that has the same, let's say, force by law as a marriage. Mm-hmm. It is, of course, so that's why a referendum is absolute, is something that will not prevent this from happening. What we have to do, and that's my conviction as member of parliament, is that we have to do our work, and we have to exclude and make sure that no, let's say, groups in our community, also according to our constitution, are discriminated. And we've seen that this group is discriminated already for decades, and that can no longer go on. So at the end, with or without a referendum, you will see that this group will have its right. And I think as a member of parliament, we have to do our work. And if not, and that's for me, that's the other side, and that will be, for me, that would be something difficult to swallow, is that it's that a member of court or a judge will decide that, because that's the end point. if Parliament doesn't do its work and still deny this group its rights in the name of the law, you will see that they will go to court with our country, and a judge will decide upon that, and a judge cannot deny human rights. So at the end of the road, this discussion has to happen. Of course, there will be people pro, there will be people against it, but at the end, this group is not asking to marry in church. Nay, they want to marry. They want to marry in eyes of the law, and in the eyes of the law, everybody's equal.
Do you consider yourself a strong advocate for this cause?
Yes, it's for me. That's why me and my colleague Giselle McWilliam, we signed this bill. Let's say to make it for once more to stop the discussion, and also to give this group equal rights. And I believe in it very strongly, even though I'm not part of the LGBT community, but I feel strongly for the group. And my colleague Giselle McWilliam also is the same. That's why we signed this bill to end the discussion and to have a vote in Parliament. And I hope that the members of Parliament will be, let's say, strong enough in their convictions when it comes to equal rights in name of the law. And that's apart from a discussion about religion. Religion has nothing to do with this. The law has nothing to do with religion. It doesn't say that if you abide the law that you're not religious. Point is that there is a distinction and a separation of the law and religion, and we should respect that. And religion should also respect that, I think. And that's one of the things you see, that those who have a very religious conviction feel that they can put their beliefs upon others, and thinking that they're doing the right thing. No, they're not doing the right thing, not in the eyes of the law. In the eyes of the law, and for sure, if you look from it from the point of view from the human rights, the AVRM, there is no way to stop this. And trying to stop this even says something about you and your community. That's why if you discuss about this in course of time, you've seen that countries who have maybe a more religious, let's say, base than Curacao have accepted that when it comes to the law, equal rights is the way to go, and we can no longer discriminate this LGBT group of not achieving the highest thing that a person, a human being, wants to achieve when they love each other, and that is to make that official in an act of marriage.
Thank you.